Today we're going to read the article Distance and Area Really Matter from Geography in the News, Maps 101, written by Neil G. Lineback. You should already have your paragraphs numbered and you should read along as I read this aloud. Title: Distance and Area Really Matter. Paragraph 1. Note to readers: for reader convenience, conversions from U.S. standard to metric measurements are suspended in this article. Paragraph 2. Occasionally, we need to be reminded that the concept of distance and area are important to the day-to-day understanding of breaking news stories, as well as in many of our daily personal decisions. Although modern communications and transportation have reduced the roles of distance and area in some activities, by no means has it eliminated the utility of these concepts. Paragraph 3. One of the factors in geographic illiteracy among children is that education institutions do a poor job of helping them develop the technique of using spatial yardsticks to compare distance and areas. For example, how far is a mile? How large is an acre? How large is your state compared to Iraq or Israel? The answers to these questions provide geographic calibration for all of us, allowing us to compare distances between places and the size of places. This technique is critical to analyzing many world, country, state, local, and personal issues. Paragraph 5. In some modern societies, time is also used to measure distance. Travel time, as in miles per hour, however, still relies on understanding standard measurements of distance, so a one-way 20-minute commute at an average speed of 30 miles per hour would translate into 10 miles, an easy calculation. Paragraph 6. The first step in distance or area calibration is to have comparable references or benchmarks against which to calculate and compare. For example, 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet, or about the distance that a healthy adult can comfortably walk in 20 minutes at a moderate pace over level ground. Paragraph 7. The road distance from Los Angeles to New York City is 2,763 miles. Most interstate highways allow speeds of 65 to 75 miles per hour, but given traffic and refueling stops, most long-distance travel will average 50 to 60 miles per hour. This translates to a 10-hour interstate trip covering about 550 miles. Hence, a cross-country trip by vehicle with daily trips of 550 miles will take about 5 days. Paragraph 8. Long-distance truckers regularly must deal with nearly non-stop cross-country trips, sometimes with perishable goods requiring 2 drivers to keep the rigs moving. In such cases, fresh vegetables from the West Coast can arrive in New York City in slightly more than 48 hours by truck. Paragraph 9. 2 standard geographic calibrations useful to Americans are acres and square miles. 1 acre equals the size of an American football field, less 10 yards, or 43,560 square feet. There are 640 acres in 1 square mile. Paragraph 10. A common area yardstick used to compare places of different size is the size of a state in square miles. The smallest U.S. state, Rhode Island, has only 1,545 square miles, only about 1/3 larger than the average U.S. county of 1,160 square miles. Using North Carolina and Alabama as yardsticks, each has about 50,000 square miles. Of our larger states, Montana and California, 147,042 and 163,693 square miles respectively, are about 3 times larger than either North Carolina or Alabama. Texas is more than 5 times larger, 268,581 square miles, and Alaska is 11 times larger, 663,267 square miles. Paragraph 11. Using our yardsticks to compare the sizes of other countries, Israel contains only 8,019 square miles, the size of only about 7 U.S. counties. Iraq's size is 168,754 square miles, almost identical to California. Neighboring Iran has 636,296 square miles, making it nearly as large as Alaska, and nearly 4 times larger than Iraq. Afghanistan contains 250,001 square miles, nearly a third larger than Iraq or California. The United States is the third largest country in the world at 3.7 million square miles, after Russia, 6.6 million square miles, and Canada, 3.8 million square miles. China has less total territory, but slightly more land territory than the United States. Population density, paragraph 13, population density, arable land, and technology available are other important yardsticks in geographic calibration. For example, the U.S. population density is about 84 people per square mile, while one of the world's most densely populated countries, Bangladesh, has 2,735 per square mile. Less than 2% of Americans farm this country's 19% arable land, but 63% of Bangladeshis are involved in agriculture on 73% of its 55,600 square miles. Paragraph 14. Placing distances and areas in perspective is a very important geographic analytical capability, a capability in decline in our education system. Many people use the technique of comparing distances and areas intuitively. As a technique, however, fewer and fewer students are learning the basics of geographic comparability. And that is Geography in the News, November 17, 2007, number 859. The author is a professor emeritus of geography at Appalachian State University, Boone, North Carolina. University News Director Jane Nicholson serves as technical director.